Hi everyone, my name is Marilene Quintana. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and director of operations at eVisa Immigration. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how is the process to rent a house in Canada. We will discuss the following. 1. The types of houses available for rent in Canada, where to find rental units available in the market, what questions you need to ask before renting a place, and finally, what are your responsibilities as a tenant. But before we begin, please subscribe to our channel, click on the little bell right below so you can receive notifications of our new weekly videos, and please feel free to give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. Something very important that you need to know that's in Canada, most units already come with fridge and stove, and very likely you can also find units that offer dishwasher machines, microwave, and washer and dryer machines in suite. So make sure to ask what appliances are included in the unit. Also, you can find units in Canada that are furnished or not furnished. Usually, units that comes with all the furniture for you, it is more expensive but can be a very good option for a short period of time. So now let's go over the different types of housing available in Canada. The first option is detached house or only houses. Usually detached houses in Canada are bigger, usually has a front entrance and a backyard, and also does not have any walls shared with any other property. The second option is duplex units. Duplex are usually one house divided in two units, and most likely the landlord or the owner of the place will live in one of the units and rent the other one. It is pretty much a house, however, there is a shared wall between the two units. In these cases, you most likely will share the front and the backyard with the landlord. Third type, townhouses. Townhouses, or also called townhomes, are usually apartment units on the ground floor, in most cases available in apartment complexes. You usually will share a wall with another independently home unit. Once you live in a townhouse, you most likely are going to share at least one wall or more walls with the other side unit. They are usually 2 stories or taller. Apartments is available in Canada as anywhere else in the world, and usually they are owned by landlords or for companies that administer the rental units in that building. It is also very common for people to refer to apartment as condos. The difference is usually that condo apartments are located in high-rise buildings, and these buildings also offer amenities such as swimming pool, gym, and other facilities. If you have a restricted budget, a very common option in Canada is to rent a room in a shared house or in a shared apartment. This is actually very common in Canada, and a lot of people use that as a way to have additional money. In these cases, you most likely will be sharing the living room and the kitchen with the other resident of the house or the apartment, but in most cases you are going to still have a separated washroom. This is a very popular option for singles and young students. Basement unit. Basement units are also a very budget-friendly option for families that want to have a bigger place. Most Canadian houses have 2 to 3 floors, and it's very common to rent the first floor or the underground floor to another family as an additional income. Basement units can be completely or partially below ground level. Homestay, it is a very popular option for international students, including very young students such as high school students or people that just come for a short period of time to learn English or French, for example. In this type of housing, you are going to have your own room, sometimes your own bathroom as well, but you're going to join the family for their meals, for breakfast, and most likely for dinner as well. It's a very good option for you to take part of Canadian family daily routine and get to know more about the Canadian culture. How to find rentals. There are several popular options on how to find rentals, and I'm going to describe some of the most popular options available. The first and most popular option is the Craigslist website. But be aware, there is a lot of scams cases in the Craigslist that most likely will tell that unfortunately they are not in Canada, but you should transfer the money up front to secure the rent and they are going to leave the key for you to pick it up. Don't do that. Make sure that only payments are made once you meet with the person here in Canada. The second option available is a website called Zumper.com, but this option only covers big cities such as Toronto and Vancouver. You also can find very good deals at Facebook Marketplace, where it's popular for people that have already very good rental deals to want to pass this deal to somebody else and also help the landlord to find another family. If you don't want to have the trouble to find a place from overseas, but you want to make sure that once you arrive in Canada you have a place to stay, at eVisa Immigration we also work with several partner companies that can help you and your family to find a place in Canada even before your travel. Now let's talk about the questions that you must ask before renting a place. First, are the utilities included? It is very common to find places that include in their rental price the cost of gas and water, and in some cases also electricity. So make sure that you ask what is included, and if not, what's the average cost monthly for a family according to your family size, because this is going to be very important for you to plan better your budget and expenses in Canada. The second question that's very important to ask is how much is the security deposit? It is a very common practice in Canada for the landlord to collect what we call security deposit before your first rent. In BC, for example, the security deposit is usually 50% of your monthly rent. In some cases, the landlord can also ask additional payments upfront of your rent, because if you are not in Canada, if you don't have a job, they wanted to be sure that you have the money to pay the rent. So they may request up to 12 months of rent in advance. This is more common in the province of Ontario. A very important information that you should ask and confirm is also how long is going to be the lease term. The standard is usually 1 year agreement, but you can find month-to-month options and also shorter options depending on the location and the availability of the market. Another thing that you should know is about the notice. Every province determines a different notice time, and this can also vary according to your agreement. In BC, for example, it is common to have a notice of 30 days, but in Ontario, it is more common to see notice of 60 days. The main idea of this video was to provide some basic information for your rental in Canada so you can plan better your moving to Canada, knowing what to expect. If you are just at the beginning of your planning and want to know how to come to Canada, either as a student, a temporary worker, or a new immigrant, please feel free to contact us. Our contact information is down below. Our email is contact@evisaimmigration.com. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and feel free to leave us a comment. I'll be very happy to hear from you. What place do you want to be in Canada? And if there is anything else that I didn't cover in this video that you think that's important for people to know. Thanks for watching and see you next week.